Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Gold has been one of, if not the most successful symbol that I've traded this year and last year. I've found it to be for two main reasons. The first being, from a technical sense, gold is quite nice. It trends well. There's many entries that for my system that I can take, and also that paired alongside gold being fundamentally driven makes it the perfect symbol to trade. So taking those two factors in consideration, what this means is that if you have a grasp on what sort of climate that the economy is currently in, paired alongside some basic technical analysis, there's just so much potential for you to make money trading gold. So from a fundamentals perspective, what I'm looking for is I'm looking for the markets to be in a risk-off mood, a risk-off environment. What this means is that the markets are cautious to spending. They are sad on the outlook of the economy. They're reporting poor, employment. They're not investing money into cryptos and stocks and indices, things like that. So basically, some examples of a risk-off environment, I've got geopolitical tension. That could be Trump's tariffs. That could be the war on Ukraine and Russia. That could be Israel, Palestine, things of that nature. We also have a decline in risk on assets. Obviously the inverse being things like Bitcoin, US 30, NAS 100, your stocks, things like that. If we see a decline in that, we can safely assume that there will be an incline in risk on assets. A big tip as well is to listen to speeches such as FOMC meetings, Waller, the other bloke, forgot the other guy's name, Waller, FOMC guys. Basically, see what they're saying in these meeting minutes. Are they speaking with, in a hawkish sense or a dovish sense? Are they optimistic? Are they pessimistic? Obviously, if they're pessimistic, you would be more inclined to trade gold long. If they're fearful, what they say will cause fear in the markets, cause fear in the general population, and as a result, we want to be on the side of, basically on the side of the narrative, right? Keeping in mind, guys, as well, contrarian views are great. I just mean as a general trend trader, that is the preference. That's why we have a stop loss to mitigate any risk if it does reverse heavily. Also, a big thing is to look at changes in forward-looking economic news. What I mean by that is things like PMI, where it surveys, consumer confidence, where it surveys. Those are all forward-looking. They basically will reflect sentiment in the market. They're not really, they're predictive in nature, but they're still good to use as an additional confirmation for a risk-off environment. Last but not least, I would mention is just anecdotal evidence. So if you're sitting on a dinner table, you hear your mum and dad speak about, oh, their super's going down, I'm losing money in X, Y, and Z, I should save, things like that. That is also evidence for what sort of environment it's in right now. That's all an environment that's healthy for gold to be long on gold. So first things first is, as you guys can see, there's a lot of reasons that gold trends in a certain way. If you can read the fundamental background of gold, it gives you confidence to actually trade it to the long or short side, depending on what climate we're in. So that's the first thing. The second thing is gold actually trends quite nicely. So trends nicely, it's very nice to read from a technical sense. So what we're actually going to do is let's hop onto the charts. I'm just going to open up OBS Studio to record this. But we're going to hop onto the charts and basically have a look at my past trades with gold. I'll pick two, my most recent two, and just sort of break down gold and how it trends. So basically, as you guys can see, we've got a gold daily chart. This is obviously looking back. If you guys want to see, I'm going to pop this here. These are all my trades I've taken on gold since last year, June. As you guys can see, I've won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've won 6 times and I've lost 1, 2, 3, 4 times. Mind you as well, the wins are higher risk to reward. So we've got a 4.72 and a 4.61 there. Loss is obviously 1 R loss. So Very, very good hit rate on gold right now for myself. Even if this was 50-50, it'd still be profitable because of my risk to reward. But nevertheless, let's walk through the first one, which is the 4th of September last year. So daily, you guys can see the daily trend, right? Upwards. So from a trend point of view, I'm liking it. From a fundamental point of view, it would have been favoring gold at the time. I can't go back on that, but that's it. And then I believe I would have taken the trade probably, yeah, it'd probably be a daily signal, not a 4-hourly signal. But if we took this daily trade on that rejection wick there, having previous rejection wicks, this was a previous higher high turned into support, trailed, and basically trailed using the 4-hour, had different zones marked up, trailed down there, would have trailed here, stopped out there. So easy 4 to 4.61 risk reward. Beautiful, beautiful setup. Now let's go on to the other one. We'll hide that. Very, very similar situation. We had uptrend, we had gold come up, had a period of consolidation down here, right? This was a very key level here, especially that rejection wick there, that engulfing there really shows price moving quickly from this zone. I saw this push up here. This isn't an engulfing per se, but I just saw that momentum on that 4-hour candle, especially if we go like that. We can see that momentum. It's a big, some rejection, some rejection, some rejection, big move up. I was like, hey, that's a beautiful trade setup. Let's get into that. Trailed there, right? Trailed. And we got out. How do I do this? Got out there, right? We trailed, nice, got out 4.72 hours. So beautiful, two beautiful trades on gold from a technical sense, as you guys can see. Fundamentally, again, just recapping that geopolitical tension, FOMC meetings, speeches suggesting a risk-off environment. Listen to people around you. Are they speaking, are they longing Bitcoin? Is everyone speaking about Bitcoin? That we know that's a risk-on environment. If we're seeing, US 30, SPX pump up, people are speaking about it, people are happy. We're obviously going to be on a risk-off environment. But if people start saying, oh man, this guy Trump, he's doing X, Y, Z, all these policies, these trade wars, blah, 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 and they're afraid, we know we're in a risk-off environment. So I hope that explains some things, guys. Look, this is just me speaking to the mic. I'm not that confident right now, but I hope that can be of value, especially just recapping some of my gold trades. You guys can see the potential. But yeah, I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.